US President Donald Trump has made history once again, this time in Qatar, becoming the first American president to pay an official state visit to the Gulf country. But before landing in Doha, Trump made headlines in Riyadh, holding a high-stakes, first-ever meeting with Syria's new President Ahmed al-Sharaa, a man the US once placed a $10 million bounty on. Just months ago, al-Sharaa was leading Hayat Tahrir al-Sham, a group once sanctioned by the US for terror links. But after HTS forces ousted Bashar al-Assad last December, Washington is now re-evaluating its stance. At the meeting, Trump told al-Sharaa he had a tremendous opportunity to do something historic, encouraging Syria to kick out foreign militants and normalize ties with Israel. Al-Sharaa responded by welcoming the US sanctions relief, calling it a historic and courageous decision that would revive Syria's economy and stability. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman joined the meeting in person, and Turkey's President Erdogan joined by phone, signaling broad regional involvement in what Trump is calling the start of Syria's rebirth. After the meeting, as Trump boarded Air Force One for Qatar, he gave reporters his take.
How's the trip going so far? Well, I was asking you about your meeting with the Syrian president.
I think it's going well. Great relationships. And now we're meeting with a group that's fantastic. The Emir is a great guy. I know him all very well. Who are you? You're going to be surrounded by 8 fighters, in about 7 minutes. Then you say, do we need them? And when they say yes, that doesn't make me feel good, right?
What's the threat? Did they tell you what the threat is?
No, let's assume there's no threat. We have to assume that.
How did you find the Syrian president?
Great. Right. I think very good. Young, attractive guy, tough guy. Strong pass. Very strong pass fighter.
Does that worry you
But
at all?
he's got a real shot at pulling it together. I spoke with President Erdogan, who I'm very friendly with it. He feels he's got a shot at it. It's a torn up country.
In Doha, Trump was received with full state honors. Fighter jets escorted Air Force One into Qatari airspace. A red carpet and ceremonial guard, complete with horses and camels, greeted him. Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani welcomed Trump personally, calling the visit historic. And with every stop on this Middle East tour, Trump is cashing in. In Qatar, the US signed over $1.2 trillion in deals, including a massive $96 billion agreement with Boeing for Qatar Airways to purchase 210 aircraft, the largest jet order in Boeing's history. The two leaders also announced joint investments in energy and military technology, with Qatar buying drone and anti-drone systems from US firms. But it wasn't all friendly handshakes. At a state dinner in Lusail Palace, Trump delivered a stern message to Iran, calling on Tehran to move faster in nuclear negotiations.
I want to make a deal with Iran. I want to do something if it's possible. But for that to happen, it must stop sponsoring terror, halt its bloody proxy wars, and permanently and verifiably cease its pursuit of nuclear weapons. They cannot have a nuclear weapon. I don't imagine there's anybody at this table or anybody in this room that would say they can. I'm strongly urging all nations to join us in fully and totally enforcing the sanctions that I just placed on Iran, and we also placed secondary sanctions, which are in certain ways even more devastating.
Talks between the US and Iran have been underway for weeks, and now an Iranian official tells NBC News that Tehran is willing to strike a deal, offering to abandon high-grade uranium and allow full inspections in exchange for immediate sanctions relief. But back in Washington, Trump's critics aren't buying the foreign policy glow-up. Democrats have raised questions about potential conflicts of interest, especially after reports that Qatar may gift the US a luxury $400 million Boeing jet.
So in light of the deeply troubling news of a possible Qatari-funded Air Force One and the reports that the Attorney General personally signed off on this clearly unethical deal, I am announcing a hold on all DOJ political nominees until we get more answers.
Trump defended the plane as a transparent, no-strings-attached gift. Still, the Democratic National Committee announced it would fly a banner over Mar-a-Lago, reading, Qatar-Lago. There's also scrutiny over a $2 billion crypto investment reportedly tied to Trump's family and an Emirati firm, a deal the president says he knows nothing about. As the trip moves to its final leg in the United Arab Emirates, one thing is clear: Trump's second term is redefining the U.S. role in the Middle East, with big business, bold diplomacy, and global headlines leading the way.